We all know in this country we have enough in our plate when it comes to political discontent, social disturbances, or for that matter, economical disparity. So what I'm going to say right now, or talk about right now, may seem like none of my business. But then I must say that, I'm not going to talk about just any country. I'm going to talk about the impending election of the most powerful country in the world. Therefore, it is but natural for the world to pay attention and show concern on how this US election is going to unfold. After all, we're talking about a country that's known for not only being a bastion of democracy, but also a nation that upholds rule of law and propagates value of freedom and liberty for all mankind in the world. Now, of course, we all know that the year 2020, at least in the living memories of the people alive, has been an unprecedented one. And it has been a very turbulent year, to say the least, to all mankind in all nations. And at the midst of a global crisis such as COVID-19, the world expects the most powerful country with great resources not only to act responsibly to its people, but be a beacon of hope to the entire world. That's how the world sees and expects from America. Therefore, the presidential candidate should be highly, I think, diligent on how they handle democracy and the process of election, and of course must safeguard fabric of democracy and the hallmark of American democracy, especially after the election, is to facilitate a peaceful transition of power. Unfortunately, I must say that the American people have been hit hard, if not the hardest, by this pandemic. And unfortunately, again, during this time of pandemic, the bar of leadership has fallen exponentially. And the U.S. summer, of which we all are aware of, the civil unrest aggravated the situation, I think, even further. U.S., I think, is probably the country of largest immigrant population, who have contributed immensely to the nation, are proud, patriot Americans who show allegiance to the flag and the country. But the sad thing is that all these people are now feeling more divided and discriminated than ever in recent times. Therefore, it would be unfortunate for America and also to the world to have a leader who fans the flames of divisiveness, and U.S. and the world expects a leader who displays more responsibility at this time of crisis and is a reassuring force. U.S. looks for a leader who has the capacity to see the truth, speak the truth, and act on truth. America needs a leader, I think, who can truly unite the Americans for the greater truth instead of us versus them. The spirit of we, the people, should be emboldened. In any given country, it's never about the leader. It's about those the leaders serve. More so in democratic country like US, where people have incessantly fought for democracy. USA not only can't afford, but would be a travesty to its history if it gets a leader that undermines the very foundation of American politics, that is, democracy. Therefore, America needs a leader who truly represents the spirit of the nation and should strive hard, the ever-challenging issue, to unite the people who truly represent Americans of all ethnicity, color, creed, and race, all of whom take pride in being an American. America, I think, needs a leader who is not aggressive, who doesn't take a belligerent stance, leader who is not arrogant, but a leader who displays high moral values, has humility, shows empathy, and is compassionate. And these are the very component of a strong leader anyway. So America deserves a stable, strong leader. Therefore, this time around, the American people do have the power to turn the table around. So utilize your power. Make best use of your rights to vote. So America, my request is go out and vote the candidate that fits the bill. World is watching.